Hey guys, in this month's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about the 2019 reboot of The Lion King. So, before we do head into our thoughts and feelings on the 2019 reboot of The Lion King, I guess some spoilers, I suppose. Whether you've seen this movie or if you've not seen the original cartoon or whatever. Either way, some spoilers might be thrown out there. Who knows? So, Stephanie, how did you feel about the 2019 reboot of The Lion King?
I thought it was enjoyable. But if you asked me to compare, I still think the cartoon was the better version of The Lion King.
I think that's the case with all the reboots. Even though I've enjoyed all the reboots that Disney's done, even though I've really liked and enjoyed them all, yeah, the original is obviously the better.
It was pretty much scene for scene.
Yes.
There's a couple new things added in there, but very minor new things. But overall, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the animation, or not the animation, but the CGI and everything. I enjoyed that.
Which is still an animation of a sort.
Yeah. Sometimes I forgot it was CGI at times.
Oh
it was
my God.
Very nice looking.
Yeah, if you thought the animals in the Jungle Book, when they did the Jungle Book reboot a couple years ago that Jon Favreau did, because Jon Favreau directed this movie also. Yeah, if you thought the animals in that looked for real, Jesus, the animals in this, it looked like real freaking animals, you guys.
I'm also,
I was just blown away.
I'm also curious because I can't remember what was up with Jungle Book. Like the surroundings, was that all real or was that like fake, like props?
I'm not sure.
Because I think Jungle Book, they said like some stuff was real, like especially like if Mowgli was walking on a log or something. But it was all still indoors, so I don't know if this is all CGI.
Yeah, because I want to say for the Jungle Book, since that was a child actor, and they couldn't, I don't think they could really have him running around in the jungle. Yeah, I think since they couldn't really have a child running around the jungle like that, I want to say a lot of the Jungle Book, it was entirely CG pretty much.
Because I know they did say like they did put stuff in front of him
to
give
interact
him more,
with.
Because he is a child, it's probably more difficult for him to act than a grown-up would.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what they did with the Lion King.
Was that a real, lake pond that they were drinking?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the movie was for real. Like they just went out there and just, shot stuff.
Like none of it looked fake. Like the backdrops. And the rock.
Well, obviously Pride Rock was made up because it looked just like the movie. There's no real Pride Rock out there on the savannah.
It looked like an actual rock.
I know.
Unless they did create a real replica of a rock.
So yeah, that is a good question. How much of the movie was like legit? Like they just went out there and filmed the background, and like they plotted out. This is where the animated creatures are going to go, So that's a good question. I don't know how much was animated. Either way, it looked like the freaking savannah of Africa, you guys. It looked straight up like Africa out there. It looked like legit animals. Like they didn't look like cartoonish animals, Like their mouths were moving like how they should probably move if they were talking, But yeah, my feelings about the movie. I liked it too. I did like it. It was fine. I didn't dislike it or anything. Like I said, I've been enjoying all the reboots. But yeah, this movie especially, out of all of the reboots, this movie especially, it just felt like a total photocopy, Like, as soon as it started, every, frame, every single frame felt the same. The dialogue was the same. There would be a little bit of differences in there every now and then, but not very much, It was pretty much identical, and I know there's a lot of people that kind of hate that when it comes to these reboots, that they're looking for something maybe new and different and fresh with the reboots. Kind of tell them something more that they didn't know about the story.
I don't really look for that. I don't think I really care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look for new details. I mean, it's nice to see new stuff.
Well, especially something like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I liked what they did with Beauty and the Beast because they explained the backstory of the Beast better. Why he was an asshole and how he got cursed. They fleshed out the curse a little better in Beauty and the Beast, and they just fleshed out a couple other little details that you kind of always wondered about, like Belle's mom and whatnot, and the time frame of how long they have until they turn back and, or, you know, that they have to, like a teapot or whatever they have to be, or whatever, you know. They explained a lot of that stuff. But yeah, Lion King, there's nothing to explain with the Lion King. You know, the Lion King, the cartoon was already a perfect cartoon. You know, that's why it's one of the top most beloved animated cartoons, because it's already perfect. You know, it's already freaking perfect. There is nothing to flesh out or explain. So yeah, that's why it's a total photocopy, you know? So I guess, do you want to move into the music?
Yeah.
Let's move into the music.
I found some of it not as exciting and thrilling as the original, like the cartoon. You know, Be Prepared is like the most, you know, in the top 5 villain songs, top 3 probably. And I was telling her that, like, I was sitting there, and then I realized that we were in Be Prepared, but it was kind of already like halfway through it, and I was like, wait, when did this song even start? Because he was like just speaking it like a poem. It's like poetry almost. Okay. And I was like, wait, when did the song start? I really liked Chiwetel Ejiofor as the voice of Scar. You know, it's hard to mimic Jeremy Irons. It's hard to mimic that. I think Chiwetel Ejiofor, he made Scar his own character. The thing is, though, whoever was writing up this script or whatever, when it came to the Be Prepared song, because yeah, that's my favorite song in the cartoon. Yeah, that was very disappointing, because in the cartoon it's like, oh my god, this is thrilling and frightening, and it wasn't very frightening. But yeah, we were talking about that. We don't know if they toned Be Prepared down in the movie, because in the cartoon, Be Prepared is very visual and it's very symbolic because of that Nazi imagery going on, you know, and it would look kind of stupid and silly in a live action version, you know, so that's kind of why we feel like they did Be Prepared how they did it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Be Prepared was definitely very disappointing. And I kind of felt like some of the other songs were dull. Like they weren't as exciting. There did seem
to be a dullness, yeah.
Like even
though they sounded the same.
I Just Can't Wait to Be King. That wasn't as like thrilling.
I think
as you know, the original. And
yeah, I think with like I Just Can't Wait to Be King, in the cartoon it's very vibrant and colorful. You know, and there's so much color and stuff moving. And yeah, the live action, because it's so realistic, that's the problem, because it's so realistic, you don't have that colorfulness or vibrancy that you get in the original that makes it really fun and exciting.
Even the opening song, it wasn't as loud, you know? Like, you know, the cartoon, it's loud, and you're kind of like, yeah, I feel that. And this was kind of like, it was quieter.
And yet, I think things felt slow, too. Even though the songs were the same pace, you know? The songs weren't terrible, you know?
No.
The songs are not terrible.
It's just they weren't...
It's what's accompanying the songs with the live action, you know? I think that's what the problem is, because it is so realistic, and it gives the songs like this slowness and this slow pacing compared to the cartoon, which just feels so fun and exciting.
Be Prepared,
and fast.
There's like flames and that green smoke. Yeah. And then in the movie, it was just Scar jumping on a few rocks.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, because then, during Be Prepared, the rocks start rising up. Remember, they start rising up, and you have like
it's a very
geysers of flame and stuff, you know? Yeah, it's so thrilling and frightening, and in the movie it's like, be prepared. That's all. He literally is like, be prepared, be prepared, be prepared.
He kept saying that. I'm like, how many more Be Prepared so we can get?
But yeah, I didn't have a problem with the songs. I think they were all sung just fine.
I think the one I loved the most was the In the Jungle. And all the little creatures were accompanying Timon and Pumbaa.
They were doing like an acapella.
Yeah.
Like natural acapella.
And that cute little fat, like,
mouse
lemurish looking thing was jumping around going, ee, ee. And I was like, that was the most thrilling song to me because it was adorable.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing was Hakuna Matata. Something about Hakuna Matata felt lively and exciting compared to everything else going on in the movie.
And then I loved like when older Simba was like, he kept singing.
He just kept singing.
And they were like, oh dear God, he won't stop.
Yeah. But going back to I Just Can't Wait to Be King really quickly. The thing that I did like about I Just Can't Wait to Be King, I loved all the baby animals. With that whole sequence, they have just a bunch of baby animals accompanying Simba and Nala. And I love the baby animals. They were all so freaking cute. you guys. There was like, here's a baby
Baby
ostrich.
hippo.
Yeah, here's a baby ostrich. Here's a baby hippo. Here's a baby rhino. Here's a baby this and that. And it was like, oh God, this is too cute.
I think maybe that's why I didn't pay attention to the song so much. Is there
You're
was,
like, oh!
there was way too many visual cutenesses
Too much
running
cuteness going on. And yeah, can you feel the love tonight? It was just strange to me. I don't know. That just felt strange
around.
to me.
Actually, I
too.
liked that probably one of the top because it wasn't awkward in the cartoon.
It wasn't awkward.
It made me feel awkward. And this, they didn't weren't like rolling around and stuff. And I'm like
yeah, if I had to pick a favorite sequence, it probably was Hakuna Matata for me. Because that they made very funny and humorous, and they threw in some additional lines of dialogue and whatnot, you know?
yeah, Baby Pumbaa.
Oh my God, Baby Pumbaa, you guys. You know, in the original cartoon when they're telling Pumbaa's backstory.
And it's just Pumbaa.
And yeah, it's just regular Pumbaa. Yeah, in this, they don't have like a little baby warthog Pumbaa, and it is
Dear Lord.
Dear freaking God. I was like, where's that plushie? I need that plushie. That was too cute.
I did want to talk about acting.
Okay.
Because I don't really read reviews, or I've not watched any kind of review or nothing for Lion King, so I don't know what other people think, but I felt like the acting was just kind of dull. Like, there was, a lot of times I felt like there was a lack of emotion.
Okay, you said you've not read any reviews?
No.
Well, because you got that spot on with the lack of emotion. Because, yeah, all of the reviews that I've read about the movie, that's the biggest complaint, is because of how realistic everything looks, is that there's a lack of emotion. So, yeah, if you felt that way, that's how everyone else feels.
And it's like, and the only person was like James Earl Jones. Because he's been there, you know? And, like, I felt like he was still Mufasa. Like, he felt like the same Mufasa. And yeah, everybody else was kind of just dull. And it's like, you know, same thing like with Scar too. Like, I know what they were trying to go for with the whole cast, but they should have, I mean, nothing to what's space, but, you know, they should have just got Jeremy Irons
for
Scar, because his voice, like James Earl Jones and Jeremy Irons are iconic voices for Lion King. Yeah, and they kind of should have just stuck with him,
yeah, that's
too.
the thing, too, with Scar, because Scar in the cartoon just feels like such a diva. He feels like such a diva. And I don't know if it's just because of Jeremy Irons' voice, I don't know. But, yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, yeah, he felt really monotone, you know? He seemed depressed. His version of Scar seemed very just depressed. You know? Like, he quietly plotted.
And
you know,
like
whereas Jeremy Irons' version, like,
that
he was like, I'm gonna kill him.
That growl that Jeremy Irons has, like, is just, like, perfect for Scar.
Yeah.
And it makes him more, like,
menacing and threatening. Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor was like a very quiet Scar. I liked what he did, you know, it was fine, but yeah, nothing compared to Jeremy Irons, of course.
Like with Simba.
I didn't even know that was Donald Glover. I mean, I knew it was Donald Glover, but I was like, is that what his real voice sounds like?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I mean, I know we, like, watched Solo, but...
Because he almost sounded like Matthew Broderick. I was like, I know Matthew Broderick is not doing this voice, but yet it sounds like Matthew Broderick for some reason.
We never watched that one show. What was it? Community?
Oh, Community in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't watch any of those shows, so I'm not really sure how he really talks in real life. I've heard his singing voice.
And I've just heard him, like, in interviews, but yeah, I don't know, like, what, like, his, just casual.
And yeah, I wasn't impressed with Beyonce. I don't know, it just, people's voices just didn't sound like them. I don't know if it's just me. Like, even Alfred Woodard was doing a Sarabi, that just didn't really sound like Alfred Woodard to me.
I don't know if they're not used to doing, like, animated things. You know, like, some people just can't do animation.
Like, some people have the voice for animation.
It's CGI, so yeah, it's still... Yeah, some people just don't know how to.
Yeah, some people just don't have the voice.
Stuff. Yeah,
some people just don't have the voice for animation. But yeah, once again, Timon and Pumbaa, I think, were perfect. You know, and I think the hyenas, especially
the hyenas.
Well, because the one hyena, the lady hyena, I didn't particularly care for her that much. But yeah, the other two, the ones doing Ed and whatever the other one, because I know the one was what's his name? Keegan-Michael Key, right?
Yeah.
I really liked him. I liked the two male hyenas. I thought their voices were really good. They just had a voice that went with it. But yeah, those two hyenas and yeah, Timon and Pumbaa, I think were the most lively and energetic. And yeah, everyone else, there was a dullness and a monotony to them. Like, put some energy into this, you know, put some energy and life.
Well, it was good that they made, like, Shinzi, you know, more threatening, though.
Yeah, she was scary.
And I knew there was going to be a showdown between her and Nala.
No, that was great.
The end,
I did like that.
At the beginning, like when they showed them together, I was like, man, there's definitely going to be a showdown between the two of them because they got to have a lady fight.
A lady fight. Even Rafiki. I mean,
Rafiki was like.
I kind of forgot about
stupid.
I kind of forgot about Rafiki. You know.
And
then every time he would pop up, you're like, oh yeah, Rafiki.
In the cartoon, he's got like, you know, it's kind of a big deal. You know, he finds out stuff and comes and, you know, gets our hero and stuff. Yeah. And this was kind of bizarre. I did like though how they did the lightning in the sky for Mufasa.
Instead of like a
bizarre cloud.
A bizarre cloud.
It was like he was still in the clouds, but the lightning like showed him.
Yeah, it almost looked like Mufasa in the clouds, like the shape of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Making it realistic looking.
Yeah, but I was disappointed because Rafiki wasn't, you know, psycho. You know?
Psycho.
You know, he's like just all over the place in the cartoon. Like he was just like pretty chill.
Yeah. But overall, I guess what we're saying, we liked the movie, but there were things about it that just weren't that impressive, I guess. Funny enough, a coworker of mine, she went to the movie as well. She happened to be in the same showing that we were at, and the next day we were at work. And she was like, oh, how'd you like the movie? And I told her I liked it. And I was like, well, how did you like the movie? And she said, oh, I kind of found it a little boring. She was like, I definitely prefer the cartoon. And she said, it was still okay, though, but I definitely found it very boring. So I totally understand where she's coming from, though. But yeah, I mean, we liked it. It was fine. It was enjoyable, but I think it wasn't entirely necessary.
Like if you're introducing your child to The Lion King for the first time, like how you were introduced to The Lion King as a child.
Yeah.
Then just watch the cartoon.
Yeah. It's always best to start with the cartoon first and then
put them, watch Cinderella and then watch the animated Cinderella. Watch Beauty and the Beast and then watch the real Beauty and the Beast.
So yeah, the movie was okay. A little disappointing in some areas. It was visually great though. Yeah. That's the thing. It was visually impressive, visually great.
I wanted to pet them. Because I was jealous of Rafiki. Because
got to hold babysit.
He held the babysit, but then he booped
Simba's nose, like boop.
And Mufasa, he like touched him right there and like rubbed them, and I was like, I want to rub them.
I want to rub their noses. They did. They looked so real that you wanted to hug them. They each of them, real line each of them.
Fluff. His name
was you guys, I gotta bring this up, you know, because the circle of life, it's such a big theme and metaphor in the movie, the circle of life. I tell you what, the best new thing that was brought into the movie, along with the Hakuna Matata that Timon and Pumbaa are telling Simba, they sit and talk about that the circle of life is crap and that life is just a line of indifference. That you start here and you're going to end here and you're going to die. I love that because I like that they were kind of gently mocking the whole thing of the circle of life. You know, they were kind of poking fun at it, and yeah, their whole thing is like the line of indifference. That was great. I love that. That was the best new thing in the whole movie. So is that it?
Yeah.
Stephanie, if you had to rank this reboot of Lion King on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it? God, this is difficult.
Yeah, like I don't want to go harsh on it because it's still good.
Yeah, because we gave the movie a 10, right?
Yeah.
Or the cartoon, we gave the cartoon a 10. So God, what would I give this? Jesus.
I mean, I'd still watch it.
Yeah,
it's on TV.
I'd say watch it again. God.
I mean, I still give it an 8, probably.
Yeah, probably an 8. Yeah.
But definitely I guess the end of the...
Yeah, definitely not my favorite of the reboots. My favorite reboots so far have been, like, the one with Cinderella. I loved Beauty and the Beast. I freaking love Pete's Dragon.
We like Pete's Dragon because we never really remember the original Pete's Dragon.
But yeah, it's like Cinderella did some new interesting things. Beauty and the Beast, even though Beauty and the Beast was pretty identical, the thing is they still did a few extra things in there to make it a bit different. And yeah, Pete's Dragon was totally different from the original. And yeah, I love Dumbo. You know, I really love Dumbo. But yeah, Lion King just word by word by word by word, and it did feel a little, But yeah, still okay. But yeah, I guess an 8. 8 Mickey ears for the reboot of Lion King. So Stephanie, is that it?
Yep.
There's a lot we could probably sit and say about this movie, but we don't have time to do that. So you guys, in the comments below, have you guys seen the reboot of The Lion King? And what did you think? Do you like this, or do you prefer the cartoon like we do? Just let us know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.